Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. In this video, I want to discuss about the two favorite photography camera that I have, the Fuji X-T3 and the Sony a7r3. These are my two favorite photography camera and I love using them. Now I'm going to tell you which one I actually use the most, and it's going to be my traveling camera from now on after testing them. And also I'll talk about the lens that I always put on most of the time in these two cameras. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have the Fuji X-T3 and the Sony a7r3. They're an amazing camera, by the way. I love them a lot. Now, in terms of the usage, you got to get familiar with these two in terms of its key features and functionality. There's a lot of buttons that you got to get used to for Fuji X-T3 and the Sony a7r3. They're different in terms of how you use it, and even the menu system is a bit different as well. So it's hard to go back and forth when I'm using these two cameras. Now I had this camera for years, but it was only recently that I decided to give it a go and try them out and decide which one I will be using quite often. And it comes down to which one is pretty much all-rounder. It turns out to be that the Fuji X-T3 is the one that I have chosen to be my favorite camera. Although I do love the Sony a7r3, I find the battery lasts twice as long, and the quality of the image is decent, probably better than the Fuji X-T3. But for my usage, when I'm traveling, I don't need that high resolution 42 megapixel. I think 24 to 26 megapixel is more than enough, and that's why I said, yeah, this Fujifilm is a better choice for me. In addition, you know that Sony a7r3 is a full frame, whereas Fujifilm X-T3 is an APS-C sensor camera. So they're a bit smaller, but for what we use for traveling, taking family photos and all that stuff, I think Fujifilm is definitely in a sense more practical, especially coming with a kit lens, the 18-55 mils with f2.824, which is perfect kit lens. Actually, I don't even think it's a kit lens, I call it the pro kit lens. So very good lens that comes with the camera, and because it's slightly zoomed in and out from 18 to 55, I think it's the one that you want to bring often. Now this one here, the Sony a7r3, the most practical lens that I like to use is actually the 28 mils f2 lens from Sony. This is the lens that I put on all the time when I'm going out to take a picture or film a short videos. This is always going to be on. Now if I decide to do portrait, I'll probably put on the 55 mils f1.8 lens from Sony as well. It's a good lens, that one. But this one, I like it for all round, because usually when I'm taking pictures, it's more like a landscape type of photography. So yeah, this is the better lens for me to have on all the time when I'm traveling with the Sony a7r3. Have a look at the picture at the end of this video where I have the Sony a7r3, and most of them are the photo and videos of the Fujifilm X-T3. I'm mainly going to be talking about the photo, so the image you'll see is the photography. Now YouTube doesn't do justice when you load it up on the video and watch the photo. So I would say generally, if you just put on YouTube, even an iPhone will be fine, or even any type of APS-C camera, or even 1-inch sensor camera would do as well. It depends on how you compose your shot, your color grading and all that on the photo. I think it will turn out great anyway on YouTube. But from my experience, I would say the Fujifilm X-T3 is my favorite camera, because when I was traveling to Timmins and Cochrane, you can have a look at the video I shot a few weeks ago, and I find that this camera, the Fujifilm X-T3, with its kit lens, the Pro kit lens, 18 to 55 mils f2.824, is more than adequate. In fact, this lens here has optical internal stabilization. Okay, so it's able to stabilize decently the photos. Now I wouldn't recommend you walk around with it while you're shooting video. I would say put it on a gimbal or something like that. But still, this is a very good all-rounder camera for photography and even for videos. Although I have to say I use my Panasonic GH4 for videos, which I find that is a very reliable camera, especially when it's able to record unlimited, and the battery is very good. I mean, extremely good. I could record with one battery, the original battery, for at least 3 hours long continuously. So a great camera, by the way, the Panasonic GH4. However, for photography, I would say Fuji X-T3 is the one that I would use often for traveling and all that. Now, when we're talking about professional photography, and I would say I will probably go with the Sony a7r3 due to the fact that it's a 42 megapixel. Not that you need it, it's just that if you decide to crop in and try to change different frame, then this camera allows you to do that. It has that flexibility. And if you check the DxOMark website, you'll find that this camera has 100% rating. So that's awesome compared to even the Sony a7r4, which is only 99 or 98% rating. So this is even better than the newer generation. So definitely loving this camera. However, I will use it more for portrait professional shot, whereas the Fuji X-T3 is just an all-rounder camera that I can use for traveling and maybe even taking some portrait shot. It's just that I don't have the lens. That's another important thing, that you have to have the good lens. I have a lot of good lens from my Sony a7r3, right? So even the A-mount lens that I bought, that is compatible with the E-mount with special adapters, okay? So you have to get the LAEA4 adapters that I got for this camera so I can use my A-mount lens. The A-mount lens I have is the 135mm Zeiss Sony lens and f1.8. I also have the 28 to 70mm f2.8 constant aperture. That's from Minolta. So that's an A-mount lens for this camera. So a lot, and also Tamron as well. I have Tamron 28 to 70 at f2.8, and that's also a very good lens as well. So a lot more lens on this camera than my Fuji X-T3. However, the kit lens, the 1855, is all I need, and I don't like to change the lens too much when I'm traveling. I just have to have one lens, and this is the camera with the right lens. So this is my travel photography camera, and a bit of video clips here and there. Yeah, perfect choice. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Have a look at the photos. At the end, there's a mixture of Sony a7r3, but mainly the Fuji X-T3 cameras. So enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a little heart of appreciation. Thank you. Bye.
Told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Like nothing I felt, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray